and welcome to IGNM News Bulletin. I am Shreya.
And I am Shobin. Let us have a look at the top stories of the day. Program in Russell Market. Goods and services tax to be implemented by summer of 2012. Air pollution is increasing alarmingly in Bangalore. Due to this, number of people suffering from respiratory diseases has gone up. Our reporter Shani Banerjee brings us the story.
Air pollution has almost doubled in last 5 years in Bangalore. As a result, more and more people are suffering from respiratory diseases here. About 30% of the population is suffering from asthma. Among them, the most vulnerable are children.
Almost on daily basis, we get at least 20 to 25 children suffering with respiratory diseases.
Figures released by the Karnataka State Pollution Control Board are something to worry about. For example, in Yashwantpur, amount of air pollutants was 191 units per cubic meter in 2005. In 2010, the figures went up to 487 units per cubic meter. KSPCB is introducing new type of fuel to bring pollution in check.
India is doing a lot. In one program is there, desulfurization of petrol and diesel or green diesel, supply of green diesel to 11 metro cities in India, including Bangalore is also one of the out of 11 cities.
Increasing number of vehicles, felling of trees and diesel generators are a few factors which is causing the pollution levels to go up. These factors have led the guarded city to be known as asthma hub among doctor fraternity. This is Shayoni Banerjee reporting from IIJNM.
The BBMP and the NGO Solid Waste Management Roundtable fails to implement the solid waste segregation program in Russell Market. Our reporter Tamish Bedi tells us why.
No improvement in the waste management has been noticed despite of various programs sanctioned by Waste Management Roundtable with the help of BBMP for the segregation of waste.
I must have made about 10-15 visits there, different time, morning, afternoon, evening, and we distributed bags to all the food vendors. Unless we segregate waste at source, manually should segregate. See, otherwise paper, you mix it with this and push it inside, nobody can't even, so unhealthy and unhygienic and hazardous also to put your hand in the dirt and take it out. So this we want to stop.
Shopkeepers say that after the segregation program, no action has been taken.
तो बदबू तो रहती है, पूरा रोड में डाल देते हैं कचरा यहाँ पे, ट्रैफिक आना जाना बहुत तकलीफ हो जाता है यहाँ पे, हेल्थ ऑफिसर सब आते हैं यहाँ पे, लेकिन काम जैसा चल रहा है वैसा रिश्वत लेकर आराम से पूरा रोड में ही कचरा रहता है, हमेशा वैसा ही चल रहा है, बोल के हम थक गए, कोई काम नहीं हो रहा है यहाँ से.
BBMP says that they are planning to build a biogas plant as soon as possible.
Actually, we are planning to have a segregation point over there. But the depth of space actually is there. Actually, we require some space to segregate the garbage. 3 months back, commissioner had been there actually, and he inspected the entire. It was so dirty, it was in a bad condition. Now the situation is improved a little, and still it requires some more concentration.
Nobody knows when the segregation plant will be built, but still, after so many instructions, the waste is piled up at one place only. This is Tamish Bedi from IIJNM.
We'll slip into a short break. After the break, we'll find out why auto drivers in the city are having a hard time.
Studies show that a person loses 7 minutes of his life every time he smokes a cigarette. Be nice to smokers. They don't have much time left.
Welcome back everyone. Goods and service tax is to be implemented by the summer of 2012. The Government of India has started the process of setting up goods and service tax model. The implementation of this project is tentatively said to be start by the summer of 2012. Mr. S. Dutt, the chairman of the Central Board of Customs and Excise, explained minor detail of this model for the industrialists in Bangalore in an interactive session organized by the Confederation of Indian Industries. The industrialist who was attending the meet had raised certain concerns and clauses about this model. The main clauses of this model are as follows. prosecution for smaller fines not to be taken into account, the inclusion of input services tax on credit, newly introduced taxes on the health sector. Another major reform that was discussed in length was the self-regulation used in Customs Department. This reform was accepted among the industrialists. Reports Raghuram R for IIJNM.
Hike in auto fares has cut down the income of auto drivers in the city. Our reporter Tamish brings us more.
The auto fare in Bangalore is rupees 8.50 per kilometer, and in Delhi and Mumbai it's rupees 6.50.
एलपीजी तो हमें महंगा पड़ता था, पर अभी ये सीएनजी आने से फिर थोड़ा ठीक हो गया। हमारे दिन की कमाई कम से कम भी 1000-1200 हो गई है।
The auto drivers in Bangalore think people have started making use of public transport after the increase in prices.
कभी 250, कभी 200, कभी 150 रुपये होती है, मतलब दुगनी होती थी, करीब 400 तक में होती थी। सीएनजी आया तो बेहतर होगा।
ये ऑर्डर के बस में जा रहा है तो एक दिन में 1000 कमाई करता है, अभी 500 की तकलीफ है।
The Petroleum and Natural Gas Ministry believes CNG will be available soon and in huge amount.
Is building a pipeline Dabhol, Bangalore. GAIL is also building another pipeline from Kochi to Bangalore. And Reliance is building a pipeline from Kakinada to Chennai to Bangalore. I mean, if things work all right, then you would have gas in Bangalore from 3 different places.
Because of increase in the prices of LPG, the income of auto drivers in Bangalore has gone down drastically. Now the question is finally when CNG will be introduced and what difference is it going to make to the pockets of the auto drivers. This is Tamish Bedi from IIJNM.
It's time for a short break, but when we come back from the break, we'll have a look at the current courses and the current trend in bartending courses in Bangalore.
कैसे न रुके हम, मर्जी से चले हम, बादल सा गरजे हम, सावन सा बरसे हम, सूरज सा चमके हम, स्कूल चले हम।
Welcome back. The stone crushing units in Bagalur are still working in spite of the High Court orders for its immediate closure on March 7th. Most of the private quarries, like the Chandrasekhar Quarry, Ishwar Stone Crushing Unit and Mahadeshwara Quarry, are located right on the National Highway 7, which is a violation of the law. The High Court has passed an order on March 7, 2011 to create safer zones and shift all the stone crushers to these zones. The Supreme Court wants immediate closure of all the quarries. The safe zones are areas where there are no human settlements within 250 meters of the quarry. And after the recent amendment passed by the High Court, the safe zones must be situated at a distance of 50 kilometers from each other and must also be situated 2 kilometers from national and the state highway.
More people are enrolling in bartending courses in the city. Reporter Showman brings us more details.
More and more people are enrolling in bartending schools and courses. The major reason is high demand for professional bartenders.
We are willing to recruit them at any time. Even probably today, if you have somebody, send them across.
Earlier, bartending was demeaned. Perhaps it is another reason which is encouraging people to take up this course.
Actually, bartending is actually when I started my career, it started as a passion.
Institutions like Christ College and Bar Square, a private bartending school, are seeing an increase in the students for this course every year.
Students come across such situations where they feel like they want to be better than the other bartenders which are there nowadays.
This is Anisha Nair with Shamit Majumdar reporting for IIJNM.
The 100th International Women's Day was celebrated in the city. Our reporter Ananya brings us Bangaloreans' opinion on the same.
On the eve of 100th International Women's Day, let's have a look at the opinion of Bangalore's women.
As a woman, if I speak about it, I would say I have given a much more liberal life to my daughter to call herself an independent woman.
ಟ್ರೆಡಿಷನಲ್ಲಿ ಈಗ ಆಚರಣೆ ಕೇವಲ ಒಂದು ದಿನಕ್ಕಾಗಬಾರ್ದು, ಅದು ಲೇಡೀಸ್ಗೆ ಒಂದು ದಿನ ಅಂತೀನಿ, ಮಹಿಳಾ ದಿನಾಚರಣೆ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರದಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರು ಮುಂದೆ ಬರ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ.
ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಎಲ್ಲ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ.
That's all for today's bulletin. Thank you for watching IIJNM News Bulletin. For more updates, please log on to www.softcopy.in.
Have a great evening.